Everyone, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a long time since I posted because I've been busy moving house and then my camera and laptop, everything wasn't like set up properly, so I couldn't do any videos. But anyway, here's a video for you guys, which is also updates on the bank interest rates. Okay, I also have some new updates on demographics for you guys, because like for you guys to see like if you're a retiree or like you're a self-employed person or you're just employed with a salary, what demographic you usually have and at certain age. So I come out with all these scenario analysis, and then for each of these scenarios I'll let you know which one is the best bank that you should go with. Okay, so let's go. Okay, so now we're back to where to put your liquid money in January. So like I mentioned, I've been doing it every month, so this month as well. Okay, so the amount in question should be 6 months to 1 year of income in a bank account, because the rest should be in better this amount of money is just for you to be in the highest savings bank account, but it shouldn't be all where all your money is, because in order to beat inflation, it can't be in these accounts. I mean, this is just for liquid money that you need it for emergency use, or like you need it within the next 3 to 6 months, or if you get fired, that kind of thing. Yeah. Okay, so the demographics that I'm talking about, I've tweaked them already. So I have 3 kinds of demographics. The first one will be the same as before, which I tweaked it a bit lah. So savings at 30 years old should be around 60k last time I analyzed, and then usually at 30 years old you'll spend about 2k, actually maybe less than that lah. So depending on how big of a spender you are, spending about 2k a month, but cut spending probably less than 2k and around $500. Okay, so if you look at the 2022 median salary statistics, it's about, including CPF, will be about $5,000, and then to calculate your take home, you just use this formula, and then basically what will be credited in your bank accounts will only be 3,000 plus. Okay, then like I mentioned, nobody should be willing to do investment insurance with banks, because this extra interest rate is only for 12 months, which is like pathetic. So no point getting 1 year additional interest just to buy investment and insurance with banks, because definitely if you do it with financial advisor, that is much better, because the way that banks work is they just speed you through it lah, basically. Yeah. Okay, demographics 2 will be same, but then it will be a self-employed. So this one will be a self-employed kind of demographics. Savings should be around the same as any normal 30-year-old. However, because you are self-employed, right, you will spend more using your credit card, because you need to do expensive spending basically. So you need to spend more in like maybe your car, and then basically you need to spend more in entertainment, all these things. You will pay for your clients, that kind of thing. So probably your per month spending on card can be around 1,500. So this is the demographics that I'm working with for self-employed. Okay, especially like property agents, all this. Yeah. Okay, so 2022, I believe their savings could actually be more lah, but this is the demographics that I'm working with. Okay, so 2022 median salary including CPF, just now I mentioned, is about 5,000, but self-employed personnel, because as you know, they work on a revenue minus expenses basis, so their revenue definitely will be more than those people that draw an income, because after drawing an income you don't really take into account expenses anymore. So I believe what they take home and credit to bank should be around $6,000 monthly before they deduct the expenses. Okay, so salary crediting can be about 6,000 monthly. Yeah. Okay, and the third demographics that I will be talking about is retirees. So retirees, maybe we take their savings, because retiree maybe you got more savings lah. So we just take it at a bank's the SDIC insured amount, which is 75k. Yeah. Okay. Then the rest you will put into other instruments, and then cut spending should be less than 2k. If retirees spend too much, then not a good thing, right? Okay, so cut spending I believe should be around 500, depending on how rich the retiree is. Yeah. So this is the third demographics that I'll be analyzing. Okay. So from the previous month, which is December, only 2 banks have changed their savings account interest rate. So you can see here, I've marked out the changes in rate. So if you want to analyze it more, you can basically look at this table. You can just screenshot this table and take a look. Okay, so I'll just run through them one by one now. Okay, so basically for Bank of China SmartSaver, you can see that these are the bonus interest categories. So if I'm looking at demographic 1, right, basically you get your base interest first. Then after that, you look at this table, you get your base interest first. Then you get any of these categories, then you plus the interest rate. Okay, so basically for demographic 1, they won't buy this wealth product, so X don't care about this. And card spend, like I mentioned, should be spending about at least 500 a month, so they can get this 0.5% rate. So 0.5 times 60k, $300. And then their base interest is 0.15. You can see here. So if you have more, you have 20k to like 99k, they give 0.15. Okay, so basically this is the base interest. And then salary crediting, yeah, they can do salary crediting, but like I mentioned, they take home around 4k, so they won't be crediting about 6,000 above, no. So they were getting 1.9%. And then payment bonus interest, so this one just easily, you just perform 3 bill payments of gyro of at least $30, so easily should be able to hit. Okay, 0.9% extra. So total yearly interest amount is $2,000, and then effective interest rate is 3.45%. Okay, so basically you do the same thing for demographic 2, except probably their salary crediting is small. So you can see, so card spend is also more. So you can see the differences between demographic 1 and 2. This is the main difference. Okay, so this will result in a yearly interest amount of 2,610. And the effective interest rate of 4.35% per annum for Bank of China SmartSaver for self-employed people at around 30 years old. Okay, so now we move on to demographic 3, which is retirees who have no income. So no income, you won't be hitting the salary crediting bonus already. And then so base interest is the same, 0.15 times 75k. So the balance in this question is 75k. Okay, so we earn this amount. And then the card spend basically $500, same, 0.5. And then payment bonus, probably need to pay some household bills or whatever, so 0.9%. And then that's the total interest. So total interest amount is 1162.5. Effective interest rate is 1.55. Okay, next we move on to the second one, which is CIMB Fastsaver. Okay, so this Bank of China SmartSaver, right, it changed from last month, so do take note if you would like to open Bank of China SmartSaver. Okay, CIMB Fastsaver didn't change from last month, so basically they have the same rates. But so basically for demographic 1 and 2, it will earn the same amount, so I just lump them together. Okay, so all you need to do is spend $300 on their card to qualify for their interest rate. And like I mentioned, I don't think anybody will be doing investment and insurance with them, so we can ignore these last 2 lines, just focus on this. Okay, so 10,000 times 2.2, so yeah, you just take the first 10,000 times 2.2, next 15,000 times 1.5, and then next 25,000 times 2.5, and then because this one already hit like 50k, so only remaining 10k, so the last 10k at 3.5%. And then your total yearly interest amount will be 1,420, which is the effective interest rate of 2.37 per annum. Okay, next we move on to the demographic 3, which has a 75k balance. So basically everything is the same for A, B, C, except D. So D is the next 25k at 3.5%. Okay, so next 25k at 3.5%. And then total yearly interest amount is 1,945, so earns a higher effective interest rate at 2.59 per annum. Okay, next product is the DBS Multiplier. Like I mentioned, this is one of the lousiest savings account out there. Yeah, so how they work is either you choose from option 1, you credit your salary, or you take dividends, or you connect your account to SG Finex. Then this is the first thing to even qualify for all these bonuses. So then the rest of the categories are like credit card spend, home loan, insurance, investment. So most likely you won't be doing all this if you don't even have a home or whatever. So yeah, so most likely you can only qualify for credit card spend. So we are just looking at this credit card spend in one category. Okay, so let's say if you want to you don't want to do credit card spend, you just want to do PayLah retail spend, you can if you are below 29 years old, but like I mentioned, my demographic is above 29 years old, so we are going to focus on option 2. So option 2 is must get salary, dividends, SGP index, and PayLah retail spend. Yeah, so this one, I mean dividends probably for retirees should be okay. Connecting your SGP index, I believe everyone can do, so yeah. And then PayLah retail spend is gonna be pretty okay lah. Just need to add up to 500 every month. Okay, so you can if more than 500, you can get 0.55% per annum. Okay, so demographic 1, like I mentioned, you will be qualifying for this. Okay, so the 1.5% per annum. Okay, so basically 1.5%, do take note, is only on the first 50k. So if you put in more than 50k, it's not at 1.5%. Okay, so you can see the next 10k is only at 0.05%, and then the total yearly interest amount is only at 755. Effective interest rate is only 1.25. Okay, so this one, if it's self-employed, the amount will be higher because if you add up your credit card spending, it's going to be more than 5k lah for the self-employed people. Okay, so self-employed, slightly higher interest rate for first 50k, which is 1.8%, and then next 10k is the same. Okay. Yep, so the worst off one is the retirees. So because retirees don't have a salary, and it's unlikely that their credit card spend plus SGP index can add up to more than 2.5k, so they can't qualify for this. Maybe they can qualify for, I don't know, below 2k. Yeah, they can't even hit the above 2k one, so they have to go for this SGP index plus PayLah retail spend. So basically use PayLah to pay and add up more than $500 per month, which is basically replacing your credit card spend lah. So for this, it's only extra interest on your first 10k. So it's really a bad deal for this retiree. So they put in 75k, only this 10k gets extra interest at 0.55%, and 0.55 is not even very high. Okay, then the next 65k is earning a pathetic interest of 0.05%, which is $32.50, and then total yearly interest amount is only $87.50. Effective interest rate is 0.12%. Okay, so what is one of the worst bank accounts for retirees? Retirees, please do not apply for this bank account. Okay. So next we move on to Maybank SAVEup. Yeah, so even Maybank SAVEup is better than DBS Multiplier for retirees. Okay, so but let's not jump to retirees yet. We just go to demographic 1 and 2. Okay, so this is very easy. Invest, insure, we are Xing it out. We are not borrowing or so we only left with save and spend. So save is basically telling you can either do gyro payment or you can do salary crediting. So for retirees, they can easily do their gyro payment, okay, for $300 monthly only. Then normal people just do their salary crediting of 2k, and then card spend, of course they can do again $500. All of them can do it. Okay, so all of them will qualify for this thing called the base interest plus 0.7 for the 2 products and services that they will participate in. Okay, so save and spend, 2 categories, and then total yearly interest amount will be 570. So basically times 0.95% lah. Whatever amount, 60k times 0.95 is 570. The effective interest rate is 0.95 for 4. Okay, so this one will be $75,000 times 0.95. Okay, yeah, so simple and straightforward. Maybank SAVEup. Okay, next we move on to OCBC 360 account. So if you look at this, insure, invest, grow, nobody's going to keep 200k in cash, so this is ridiculous. So you can X all these 3, and then and also there's this promotion ongoing, additional 2% a year, paid out for 2 months only. I think let's just ignore it because what's 2% for 2 months? Okay, so not very important. Okay, so we just focus on these 3 categories. Basically, how do you earn the bonus interest rate? You will first earn the base interest. Like if you refer back to my table, right? You can see you earn the base interest, then you can plus more interest rate if you fulfill their categories. Okay, so basically for salary, if you credit 1.8k, Okay, the first 75k will earn a 2%. So we just focus on the first row because we are not investing more than, we are not putting more than 75k into this bank account. So yeah. Okay, so base interest 0.05 standard times 60k salary you credit. You just need to credit 1.8k. So both demographic 1 and 2 will be the same. 1.2. Save, you get another 1.2%, and then 60k times 60k will be 720. Then you also spend $500 on OCBC credit card, you get another $360. Okay, so total yearly interest amount will be 2,310. Effective interest rate will be 3.85. Okay, so next we move on to retirees. So retirees, they will not fulfill the credit salary one. So basically, save and spend, they can do the same, and their balances will be higher lah. So total yearly interest amount is only 1,387.5. Effective interest rate is only 2.85%. So you can see the difference mainly attributable to the salary lah. So not very good for retirees as well. Okay, next we move on to the Standard Chartered BonusSaver. Okay, so the way it works is similar to how OCBC 360 works. They give you a base interest, then after you fulfill their categories, they give you extra how many percent based on the categories you fulfill. So let's take a look at the categories. First, let's look at insure invest. So these two, we just exit out and just ignore it. Okay, then card spend, you can see if your card spend is $500, you can get 1.25. So I don't think anybody's card spend is $2,000 a month. It's quite unlikely. Okay, so for demographic 1 and 2, both will be just enjoying 1.25%, and then base interest is same like 0.05. Salary crediting, basically your salary must be $3,000. So if you're self-employed and that month is not $3,000, you will miss out on this 2.5%. Okay, so do take note. Okay, bill payment, just make 3 gyro payments, and then you can enjoy additional 0.33%. Okay, so total yearly interest amount will be 2,478, which is the effective interest rate of 4.13% per annum. Okay, next we move on to demographic 3. So demographic 3, like I mentioned, will not have the salary crediting. Basically, just enjoy base interest, card spend, as well as bill payment. Yeah. So the amounts, just change the amounts accordingly and then punch it in. You get total yearly interest amount here. And effective interest rate is only 1.63% per annum. Okay, next we move on to UOB One. So UOB One hasn't changed from last month. Basically the same thing. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, BonusSaver did change from last month, so do take note of new interest rates if you like to apply for SC BonusSaver. Okay, UOB One didn't change from last month, so we'll be focusing on either spend minimum this amount. Okay, so basically everyone will try to go for more lah. So basically ignore this, and then you will look at either this or this. So if you're a retiree, you can't have salaries, you can look at this. And then if you're self-employed or employed, you can look at this. Okay, so calculation of yearly interest amount on 60k balance will be for demographic 1 and 2. Basically, you credit your salary, I think it's 1,008. Very easily hit lah, 1,008. Even self-employed also 1,008 should be easily able to hit lah. Okay, so demographic 1 and 2, first 30k at 3.85, next 30k at 3.9. Okay, so total yearly interest amount will be 2,325, and then effective interest rate is actually 3.88% per annum. Okay, next we move on to the retirees. It should be a 75k balance. Okay, so 75k balance, first 30k at 2.5%, next 30k at 3%, just looking at here. Next 15k at 4%. Okay, so total yearly interest amount is 2,250. Effective interest rate is 3% per annum. So actually, if you look through all, yeah, this will be the best for retirees. Okay, so now I come to the conclusion. I mean, this is the most important slide. Demographic 1 will be, the winner will be SC BonusSaver. So it at SC BonusSaver, where are you? Okay, so SC BonusSaver giving you 4.13% per annum. Okay, so let me just write it down, 4.13% per annum. Okay. Okay, then we look at demographic 2. It's actually the winner is the Bank of China SmartSaver. So Bank of China is all the way at the front. Okay, so Bank of China SmartSaver will give you 4.35% per annum. Okay, let's write it down. 4.35% per annum. Okay, then next we move on to demographic 3, which is the retiree. So for retiree, I mentioned the best one is actually UOB One. So effective interest rate of 3% per annum. I mean, if you're interested to really take a look one by one again, you can just scroll back to the video. Yeah, but I won't be going through them again. Okay. Yeah, so that's the end for this. This is the most important slide. You can take a screenshot or whatever. This is conclusion for January 2023. So now I know this video is quite late, but then you guys still have time to approach your HR to change your bank account now. Okay. Yeah, so that's all for today. Thank you for watching. Yeah, so I've been really busy because I have like kids in my house. Take a look at this boy, he just like jump up on me now. Yeah, so that's the end for today's video. If you guys like the video, please help to like and subscribe. I promise I'll post more videos soon. And then I understand my camera is a bit like not so good. Hopefully you'll get better soon. Yeah. Okay, that's all. Thank you everyone. Please help to like and subscribe. Bye.